I guess I should be sleeping by now, but I'm still awake. And I think that it's all because of the excitement of seeing all those pictures of Wellington. But I guess if I put all my energies into pictures and let my pictures dictate my words, then we would be missing out on something. So I'm thinking that I should just go on with my story and not put any pictures at all and see if that works. Eventually somebody will listen to what I'm saying and probably comment. That would be nice, but there's no compulsion at all. So Wellington is where my art school was. I loved my art school. It was in Island Bay. I could walk from my art school to my house, which was on top of a cliff. And I had this very hot flatmate. And there were many times when things could have happened between us, but it didn't, and I would put it down to fate. We saw this movie about two women in love, and there was chemistry between us, and then I had to just go to pee or something and just broke the mood or what have you. She was stunning. She was just my kind. I mean, ample is how I would define her. And then I would quickly go on to say that there were very interesting people in Wellington, and there was the painter on Island Bay who would paint amazing pictures. There was my teacher Dan, who was very, very good at painting, and he was an excellent art teacher. And there was a lot of art in Wellington. I mean, one can never give up on the art in Wellington. That's where all the magic is. And then there was a Gemini Girl. There's always Gemini Girl. And then there was the Indian food store. There were two. There was one that offered me a job and I should have taken it. It was wonderful. And then there was another one which was owned by a Bangladeshi guy. And his wife was extremely kind to Liana and me. Then there was the beautiful museum, and there was an art piece that I'll never ever forget. I think it was by Edna, somebody or the other, and I'll get back to you on that one. And so many things, so many memories. I think I liked the library for a long, long time. But the librarian was a bit of a jerk who liked to misunderstand guys and facilitate the women. And that kind of, because I was new, it just put me in a very precarious situation. But the Wellington Library is very well constructed, and it has some lovely librarians. I had one of my flatmates, and she worked in the Wellington Library. She was an English lady, and she was an amazing flatmate. And when I did my master's in creative writing in Auckland, I was staying in Wellington, and that's where I saw my mother's spirit, if you can call it that. They had some lovely dogs in Wellington, very, very friendly dogs. I am not a dog person, but Liana has an amazing dog called Luca, who's a golden retriever, and lovely dog. And then there were two dogs at my English flatmate's house. So Wellington, top to bottom, I mean, very small city, but amazing. That's where my Massey University was. And my favorite teacher, Ingrid, who taught creative writing, she's such a lovely person. And I also worked in Red Cross, where I met Liana. And then we went to the museum, and I was late, always positive. Something is terribly wrong with me. And there was the McDonald's that I always ate in before. The Gemini Girl told me not to do that because a lot of people were getting health problems, let's put it that way. There was an Indian store or two, and they had some amazing food. So that's Wellington. Wellington had been very difficult to leave, but I had seen every nook and cranny of Wellington, if that's the term. I hope I'm using the right term. From Peckinsay, Kilburney to, walking all the way to the city from the far side. So it was quite an experience. And the reason I'm speaking faster now is because I want to pack up more in a smaller space. So thank you for listening.